Andy Katz here for NCAA.com and March Madness with a look at 11 players who I think need to get more love heading into the 2019-20 season. Let's start at number 1. I'm going in order, basically, of these conferences alphabetically. So let's start with the American Athletic Conference, and that's where I selected Temple's Quinton Rose, a 6'8 senior forward who could lead the Owls under Aaron McGee, the new head coach of the Temple Owls, to the NCAA tournament. They certainly could at least be a bubble team, but Rose doesn't get a lot of love nationally, and maybe not even in the American, but he should be a first-team All-AAC player. All right, number 2, the lone returning starter at North Carolina, Garrison Brooks. He's a junior, 6'9 forward, certainly could approach possibly double figures in boards. He's going to get fed pretty often from Cole Anthony. He's going to need some more love because he's going to be very productive for the Tar Heels. At number 3 in the A-10, going with Rhode Island's Fats Russell. Now, Fats is an energizer bunny. Came off the bench initially for Rhode Island his freshman year, and really has become a solid starter at one point for Dan Hurley, now for David Cox. And he could ultimately be a first team, and maybe should be a first team all A-10 player. And if the Rams are going to be in the mix for a bid, it'll be because of Fats Russell. At number 4, Seton Hall's Myles Kale. Look, he's a big shot maker. He plays next to Miles Powell, so he doesn't get as many looks. But Kale certainly can hold his own and will be a very important piece as Seton Hall tries to win the Big East and maybe get to a Final Four. At number 5, Derek Culver, the big inside for West Virginia. Look, I probably was too low on my prediction for West Virginia toward the bottom of the Big 12. Culver is going to be a highly productive player for the Mountaineers, and I look for Culver to potentially be an all Big 12 first-team player. At number 6, Devontae Green, a senior guard from Indiana. Along with Rob Finney, he's going to provide a strong backcourt for the Hoosiers. Look, I had them kind of out of the mix, but if they're in play, it'll be because Green has a solid season as a senior for Indiana. At number 7, you got Javon Jackson from UTSA. That's Texas San Antonio. Led Conference USA in scoring at 22 points a game last season. All the talk in Conference USA is about Charles Bassey in Western Kentucky, but Jackson could lead UTSA to that Conference USA title. At number 8, Neemias Queta. Look, Queta at Utah State at 84 blocks last season for the Aggies. You pair him with Sam Merrill, and Utah State has a 1-2 punch out of the Mountain West to win that league yet again. At number 9, Deshawn Davis, a 6'3 junior guard from Stanford. He'll be called on by Jared Haas to do a lot. He's going to have to really stuff the stat sheet for the Cardinal this season. He comes in at number 9. At number 10, Breein Tyree from Ole Miss. 6'2 guard, averaged nearly 18 points a game last season. The Rebels, another team I'm probably going to be wrong on this season, and Tyree could end up challenging the scoring lead in the SEC. He's that good. At number 11, Colby Ross from Pepperdine, averaging nearly 20 points a game last season, and if the Waves are going to be an NCAA tournament team this season, it will be because of Colby Ross. Does not get the national pub that he deserves.